Good evening, everyone. It's been a long while. It seems like it's been a long while. Um, I took a break and I'm back now. I am absolutely back. So I know today is not scheduled live. So we're just going to do a little catch up and connect. Just catch up, see what's been happening with everyone. I was away for 10 days. I was away for my birthday. So I had a lovely time away. I'm back to reality, as we always need to get back to reality, right? So yeah, just to see how everyone is, do come in and say hi. Come in and say hi, and let me know what you've been up to. So it's just a catch up and connect this evening. Tomorrow we are going to have our scheduled live, and we are going to be having Ezra back on. Ezra's coming back to the community tomorrow, and yeah, he's just going to be sharing some gems as he always does. We're going to have a chat with him and see how everyone's getting on as well. So do let me know how you are in yourself. It's been a minute, right? Abiola, how are you? Ambimbola and Flower Pot, how are you? So yeah, I was away for 10 days. It was my birthday and I had such a lovely time. I felt like I was very spoilt, really spoilt. We went to Mauritius, and it's a beautiful country, absolutely beautiful country. The weather was very nice, but then come back to the UK and it is cold out here, very cold. But yeah, do let me know how you are getting on. And as I said, we're just going to have a catch up today. And we are going to go back to the scheduled lives in terms of we was on the symptom series, right? So if you want you would like a particular symptom to be discussed, then let me know. Believe already we have covered, we've covered quite a few off the top of my head, cannot remember. But so do let me know if you would like a specific symptom. Mimi, welcome. So this is a menopause wellness community, but we're just having a catch up and connect today, this evening, just probably for about an hour, and then we will be back tomorrow with our scheduled lives. I know quite Saturday evenings are quite sometimes they're quite busy, so yeah, just come in and say hi. If you've not come across the community before, this is the Menopause Wellness Community. We used to meet up 3 evenings a week and talk about lots of things. We're doing a symptom series at the moment, looking at why the symptoms can potentially happen, how it happens, and what some simple practical tips in how to navigate through them. And as well, people they can share their tips as well on how they navigate through that symptom. So we've done that, but there's lots of anything that you've missed during the live, we always put it on our YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and watch it on the YouTube channel if you like. Let me just see. So good evening, everyone. Just doing a catch up and connect this evening because I have been away. And then we're going to resume back to a scheduled live tomorrow. But things are going to change, actually. There's lots of changes happening. And hi, Debbie. How are you? There's lots of changes happening. So scheduled lives. Hi, Nancy and user 429. How are you this evening? So we're going to have, rather than the scheduled lives, we are going to start having sporadic lives. So we're going to see when they're going to happen. You're not going to always know when they're going to happen, but slight changes to the schedule. Hey Claire, how are you? How are you this evening? Leo, how are you? I can see Brian. Brian, how are you this evening? Yeah, we're just having a chit chat this evening, probably about an hour. I've actually got a delivery coming, so about 9 o'clock this evening. So that was perfect timing. And then I'll pop downstairs but for now we can just have a chit chat. I'm just going to catch up with everyone, see how everyone's been doing. I've had 10 days away from doing the lives. They're usually Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. I had to think about that. But yeah, I went away for 10 days and I'm back now. So we're just going to have a catch up. What's been going on? What has been happening? Do let me know. Have I missed something exciting? It felt really strange not doing the lives 3 evenings a week. It felt strange. But yeah, we've all got to take a little break sometime, haven't we? We've all got to take a little break sometime. Claire, how are you? I wasn't expecting you this evening. We've got to say a thank you to Claire. Claire's one of our community ambassadors, along with, we've got 6 community ambassadors. So yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to Claire. A big shout out to Claire. So let me see who else is here. It looks like nothing. Sounds like nothing's not been really happening then. I've not missed a lot then, have I? Not missed a lot at all. Oh, thanks, Claire. How's the avocados getting on? How's your avocados going? Are you still eating them? Do you know what? I don't think I ate any when I was away, so I need to get back in the rhythm again. I shouldn't say I didn't eat any. I had some, but not as much as I would eat when I'm at home. So yeah, I need to get back into the rhythm of them. But I haven't seen any side effects from not having them for 10 days. But I will get back on them. What's everyone been up to? I've had some, but not many. Oh, okay. As long as they're working for you. Hi, Paula. You eat them every day. I'm telling you, these avocados, fantastic. It got rid of all my itchy skin. So I don't have itchy skin anymore because of avocados. So I was eating half an avocado a day, and then now I went from half an avocado to 1 whole avocado every day. Yeah, absolutely. Itchy skin. I don't have itchy skin, itchy ears, and itchy downstairs. It's gone, all gone, completely gone because of avocados. So I'm a big fan of avocados. I know not everyone is a big fan of eating them, but you don't have to eat them. You can just mash it up and put it on your skin. Use it as a face pack. Use it as a body wash. It works. It is messy, but it works. It works really well. Yeah, so what have I been missing? 10 days. It felt so long, the 10 days being away from doing lives, because what I try and do is when I'm away, I'm on a break, right? So, and as well, the time zones are different. So if I was going to do lives, it would mean me staying up and doing them after midnight where I was to do a live this time as now. So yeah, it wasn't feasible. Was not feasible at all. Yeah, Paula, keep eating your avocados. I'm telling you, there is a big benefit. Boiled eggs together. Oh, you eat them with eggs, do you? Why is my voice going already? See this, I've had 10 days off from not talking lots and lots, and now my voice is going. Absolutely going. So what's been happening? What is going to be happening? So we are, or the community within the menopause wellness community, we are opening up some menopause cafes. So there's one opening up in Southeast Wales. That's with Claire, and there's one opening up in Rainham, Kent. So they're going to be the one in Southeast Wales, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Claire, that it's going to be weekly. And the one in Kent is going to be every other week to begin with, to see how things get on. But yeah, there are going to be more cafes opening up. So, you know, it's nice to have that. It's nice to be on here where we can speak to each other, but I don't feel like I'm really having a conversation with you per se, because I can't hear your voice unless you come up and speak. I'm going to open up the platform. Actually, that's what I can do. Open up the platform. We can have a chat. So yeah, so if anyone's interested in facilitating a menopause cafe, do get in touch with me. Absolutely get in touch with me, and I can discuss that with you. So yeah, menopause cafes are going to be a safe space, a lot safer than here, to ensure that if you are navigating through the menopause or you're about to embark on the menopause journey, it's going to be a space where you can come and connect, be heard and understood, particularly if you feel that you're not getting the support from your GP as you hope for. Remember the research. I'll share with you again the research that I came across. Women are likely to visit their GPs 10 times before they get taken seriously about their menopause. That's shocking. Absolutely shocking. 10 times is a lot of times. You know, for me, it was the third time and I decided to walk away. 10 times is way too much. So, you know, these are what the cafe is going to be all about. Support, educating yourselves. It's so important to just educate yourselves about the menopause, what can likely happen, and also get to know your body, because your body's going to be doing different things, and some of these things that are going to potentially can start happening. It can be overwhelming, absolutely overwhelming. So this is why we're going to just educate ourselves. That's what we're doing. Also, what's happening is I'm going to be working with some local authorities in setting up menopause cafes for their employers and also residents in their local community as well. So that's lots of things are happening in the new year. So but keep your eye on the post, because I'll be posting things as they start opening up. I'm going to open up. Claire, I wasn't expecting you. Let me invite you up. Hi, Fatima. If you don't want to come up, just decline. Please feel free to decline. I am answering questions today as well, if you've got any questions, but generally we're doing a catch up and connect today. Yeah, so what else is happening? So lots of, there's also going to be some webinars available. They're for employers and employees, and as well for any menopause warriors can attend these webinars as well. So all these webinars, I don't know if you've seen the website, but the website's up and running now. So do go and have a look at the website. Let me know what you think. Yeah, but it's definitely growing. The website's going to be growing. There's going to be more events taking place as well. I know we've got one in January. That is Saturday the 24th? I think it's Saturday the 24th. See, I'm just so chilled, just off the top of my head. This Saturday the 24th at 2 till 5. So you have to get your tickets though. The tickets are free, but you have to get your tickets to attend that event. There are still tickets left. There's still tickets available. Grab your tickets if you are available. It's going to be in Sidcup, 2 till 5. And the event is all about community, well-being, and embracing the menopause. It is actually called Embracing the Menopause event. So if you're available and you are close to Sidcup or in the surrounding areas and you'd like to attend, do come along. Okay, but grab your tickets because it is, as I said, is a ticketed event. So you won't get in without your ticket. Okay. But welcome everyone. Welcome to the Menopause Wellness Community. Today is not a scheduled live. You might be thinking, what am I doing on? I'm never on a Saturday, not usually on a Saturday, late this evening anyway. If I come on a Saturday, it's normally a ad hoc Saturday morning that I do for a menopause drop-in. So this evening we're just catching up, but tomorrow we'll be back. We've got Ezra as a guest speaker, and Ezra, the voice of reason, and we're going to be talking all things mindset, motivation. I love when Ezra comes to the community. He just shares some amazing gems. So we've got Ezra back tomorrow. But as I mentioned before, things are going to be slightly different this time round. It's not going to be scheduled lives the 3 evenings a week. They're going to be changed up slightly, but I'll keep you posted about that as well. So tomorrow is going to be the last of the scheduled lives tomorrow, because we usually do Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. But thank you for the reposting. If you've not come across the community before, as I said, and you're thinking, who is this woman chatting away? I don't even know who this woman is. You might have missed my name. I don't even know if it comes up still. I'm Jackie. I'm a menopause wellness practitioner, as well as a menopause nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. So the community has been set up as a safe space for, well, as safe as it can be on here, a safe space for those who are about to embark on their menopause journey, as well as those who are navigating through their journey. Because let's be honest, it can feel rough sometimes, absolutely feel rough, overwhelming, lots of things going on. And so we generally used to meet up here 3 evenings a week, just for 1 hour, ask questions, share stories, share experiences, because remember, with the menopause, one size doesn't fit all. Marlena, how are you? Marlena. Do you pronounce Marlena or Marlena? Good evening to you. How are you? So this is why the community was set up, and it's just been growing and growing. So we want to, now we're doing a network of menopause cafes, as well as retreats are going to be starting. We've been looking into some retreats, and to give people the opportunity to attend the retreats. Thank you very much. Hey, Vals. To attend the retreats. We're probably going to start our very first one, not next year, the year after, because you got to have time to plan, right? Can't just throw it on you like, oh, we're going here in 3 months' time. We've got to plan. So I will be getting the information out for retreats in the middle part of next year. So for the following year. So that's what we're going to be doing, some retreats as well. But yeah, if you've got questions about the menopause, if you've got any, if you just want to share your story, a lot of the time when we meet here, what we do is share experiences. And as I always say, if someone is giving you advice or suggestions and say, oh, do you know what? I tried this and it worked for me. It works perfectly, because I'm always seeing lots of posts saying, oh, navigating through the menopause and this is what is working for me. It's fantastic. It's been a game changer. And then someone else will think, oh, I'm going to try that. But unfortunately, there's not one magic capsule. One size does not fit all. And it is absolutely a journey. As you are navigating through your menopause journey, it's another journey alongside it to try and find what works for you. So, there are things that I might use that may not work for you. So it's finding what works for you. But one thing I would say, I'm going to share this again. Menopause tracker. Track your menopause. Okay. Whether you've started the menopause journey already, or whether you're about to embark on the menopause journey, track your menopause or start tracking your menopause. Think about starting to track. Now, you can use a tracker. There are some trackers out there, some menopause trackers out there. They're very much like the menstrual cycle apps as well. There are some menopause trackers, so you can track those. I tracked mine's just on my phone, and then I put together a paper-based tracker. A lot of just jotting down things. And I would say that when you are tracking your journey, track any symptoms that you experience. Okay. It may be that you've never experienced them, maybe never experienced them before, and you may be thinking that's not to do with menopause. Just put it down anyway. Okay. There are common symptoms of menopause, but there are some uncommon symptoms as well, not so common symptoms. And in the community, we've got a list of 90, maybe more symptoms. So this is why I'm saying when you start tracking your menopause, jot everything down. Okay, if you get a headache and you don't normally have headaches, then jot it down. How intense was the headache? How long did it last for? Also, if you are a person that gets headaches, if it's longer than normal, okay, if you have a headache for 20 minutes and it's longer than normal, jot it down, because our bodies tell us things, right? And I feel that it's really important that we listen to our bodies. When our body is telling us something, we've got to listen to it. We've got to give it what it needs, because this is why we get these signals, these signs and symptoms. Our body is telling us something. What do you mean by track as in symptoms? Yes, so Vals, track your symptoms. It's when you start tracking. So I'll give you a clear example. When I started my perimenopause, remember there's 3 stages of menopause, okay? When I started my perimenopause, way back when, I started experiencing hot flushes. No, not hot flushes, sorry, night sweats. The hot flushes came after. I started experiencing night sweats, and these night sweats were so intense that I had to get up in the middle of the night, say 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and change the whole bed. Okay, change my bedding. That happened for quite some time. But also the reason why I say to track your symptoms is you can also identify what exasperates your symptoms, if anything. And I'll give you another example. My hot flushes, and I still experience hot flushes, although I'm in post-menopause. My hot flushes will be exasperated by heat. So where I went away last week, I was constantly walking with a fan because it was hot there. So my hot flushes came throughout the day. They visited me throughout the day on a regular basis because of the heat. Hot showers also exasperate my hot flushes. If I wash up the dishes, I don't normally use gloves to wash up dishes, but I like to wash up the dishes with the hottest water that I can manage. When I'm washing up with hot water, I will start to get hot flushes. So this is why I'm encouraging you to, if you haven't started already, start tracking your journey, as in, like you said, your symptoms. Okay, but what I don't want you to do is, if you experience anything out of the norm, don't just turn around and think to yourself, well, that's not to do with menopause, so I'm not going to document it. I want you to document everything. Okay. And you can also identify what, like I said, what can exasperate, what triggers your symptoms. Yes, definitely. JOA, like a daily record. And you might think to yourself, well, who's got time to do that? Who's got time to do that? You know what? It's worth it. It's an investment to yourself, because this tracker will support you to navigate through your journey a lot better than if you didn't do the tracker. Okay, because you are able to identify certain things. And as well, if you're going to see your GP about your menopause journey, you've got it there. The information is there. I started getting migraines, and they started 2 months ago. And I noticed that if I don't drink a lot of water, they get worse. And so, yes, these symptoms could be related to your menopause journey. However, it could be related to something else. And this is why I'm saying to track it, because it's best to get your symptoms ruled out. Rather you go to your GP and your GP says, well, actually, it's got nothing to do with your menopause. Okay, so it must be something else then. So I need to look at other things. Something else needs to be investigated, rather than, not having that information there. But you can do this on your phone. These trackers don't have to be anything fancy. You can literally put the information in your phone. Okay. For the before I hit my menopause journey, I was literally tracking in my phones, and I feel a lot of women do it actually. Track your menstrual cycle, right? You either jot it down in a diary or pop it on your phones, the day when you started, the day when you finished. So when you go to your GP and they say, when was your last cycle? You know exact date. You can go into your phones or your diaries and just get that information. It's at hand, right? So this is why I encourage. So tracker, think about a menopause tracker. Also think about your self-care. Self-care is so, so important. Now, with the menopause, there are factors to take into consideration. Factors such as genetics, factors such as your lifestyle, factors such as stress management, factors such as your diet, and also movement. I'm going to say movement. I mean exercise. Okay, the body needs to move. If I am sitting here for hours on end, I'm not going to feel quite right. Circulation ain't going to be great because I've been sitting in the same spot for far too long. So I need to get up. Okay, it's like if you go away on the plane and you take a plane journey, you're sitting down for a long time, right? After a while, what start happening to your legs? How do they feel? Yes, the flight socks could be there. Yeah. And you may manage that short flight. But if you've got a long flight, I just came back from holiday, like I said, and I was on the plane for 12 hours. I mean, I did sleep some part of it, but I had to get up and walk around because I could feel my legs. They weren't feeling right. So I had to get up and walk around, even with flight socks on. So the body needs to move. Actually, our body wants us to move. Right, so even if it's that, it's standing up and stretching for a little while. So those of you who work in an office at a desk for long periods of time, sitting at the laptop, even to the point where you need to at some point get up and move your body, because otherwise those joints. How many of you, sitting down for a long time and then you get up and you think, oh my gosh, my back's hurting me, or so the body needs to move. So those sort of things you need to take into consideration. Okay. And just get to know your body. That's so important. Get to know your body. So we've got lots of information around self-care. What sort of things do you do for self-care? And your self-care could be something as simple as just being in a stress-free environment. You don't need stress. Okay. Stress isn't going to help the situation. So just try and embrace trying to embrace the menopause the best you can, because I'll tell you something, menopause is going to happen. And yes, some of us will say, it didn't happen to me because I didn't experience any symptoms. Some of us will say that. Every woman will experience the menopause at some level. Okay, so this is why I'm saying one size doesn't fit for all. You may have a friend that is navigating through the menopause and she's experienced it completely different than you are. So everyone's going to be different. A bath and eye mask music. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I love that. There's some real self-care there. Real self-care. So important. Encourage more of you. Yeah, so if you are new to the community and you'd like to be part of the community, all you have to do is follow. Do let your friends know. As I said, we were previously meeting up 3 evenings a week. It's going to be slightly different. I will post everything that is happening in the community. I always post on the profile page. So just keep an eye out on what's happening. I'm also going to continue to do the menopause drop-ins. This is where I will just come on in the morning and do a drop-in. So again, for people to ask questions or just to confirm something, clarify something. You know, sometimes that when you start navigating through this journey, it can feel very lonely, particularly if your GP has been fobbing you off and sending you away, not giving you the answers that sometimes you just need something to be confirmed. And what happens when we meet up in the community, many people have a light bulb moment. That light bulb moment that you listen in and think, oh my gosh, I thought it was just me experiencing that. And actually, it's not just me experiencing that. And maybe it is the menopause. You know, remember, we've got perimenopause. We've got menopause. Although we call it the menopause journey, perimenopause, menopause is actually one day in this journey. One day. And then after that one day is postmenopause. And people generally ask me the question, when does it stop? For some women, when they hit postmenopause, because what happens with postmenopause, your hormone levels start to stabilize. However, even though your hormone levels start to stabilize, they can start fluctuating still. See? And I'm telling you, I truly believe that what we eat plays a major factor in this journey. What we eat. So back to postmenopause. Once we hit postmenopause, what can happen is symptoms can start to subside. They can go away. When I hit my postmenopause, I found that my symptoms started to subside before they disappeared. Don't get me wrong. 5-6 years into postmenopause, I am still experiencing symptoms. The two symptoms I experience is night sweats and hot flushes. But I've been using lots of things for those. And I see that there is an improvement. So I'm going to continue to use it. It's trial and error. We don't know what's going to work for us until we actually start using it. And I feel that it's really important that we are consistent. What we're doing, we are consistent with it. And then we can find out if it works or not. But yeah, it's again, keeping that symptom diary, isn't it? Keeping the diary of, is it actually working? And when you are using things, if you're using more than one thing, then try and introduce it to yourself at different times. In terms of like, okay, I'll give you an example. So if you're going to use evening primrose, I use evening primrose and starflower oil. That's one capsule. So I take 2 capsules of those a day. Now, if I was to start that, I'm going to start using that first. And I'll start using it for 2-3 weeks before I even introduce something else on top of that. So 2-3 weeks of using that one thing, I can then track it to see, is it working for me? Is it reducing my hot flushes or is it not reducing my hot flushes? And then if I'm going to use something else, let's say I want to start using maca powder, then maca powder will be introduced in probably week 3 or 4 for me personally. You're going to know what that looks like to you. Okay, the timescales are going to be different for you. But I always encourage my clients and anyone asking questions around the menopause to try and introduce what you're going to be using, stagger it rather than take it all together, because then you can truly know, is that item really working for you and what's it actually working on. What did you get told? Did I miss that? Sorry. Let me just see. Me chatting away. Started looking at. Good for you. It's never too late to start looking after yourself, you know. Absolutely never too late to start. You can start today looking after yourself, because who else is going to put you as priority? You have to put yourself as priority. Absolutely. So that's good to hear. I missed what your doctor told you. I'm going to go back because I've missed it. Yes. Okay, so what else was I going to say? So, yes, the tracker, your self-care, step up on your self-care. But try and think about when you're looking at your food, how you eat, what you're eating. Because what we eat will play a factor in our health. It does. Absolutely does. So I always encourage menopause warriors, if they haven't done already, think about maybe doing a food diary. And again, it is a lot of recording. Think about what you're eating, document it, or pop it into your phone. And always encourage doing a food diary over 7 days rather than 3 or 4 days. I say try 5, but if you can do a full week, that is even better, because a full week of tracking what you eat, how you eat, gives you a better overview. So I would say and recommend that you track every single thing that you're eating. So if you just have a little piece of cake, put it down. Okay, doesn't matter how small that piece of cake is, pop it down. Any fizzy drinks, any water, I want you to track everything that you are eating. And then after the 7 days, you then can look at your diary and look to see if there are any particular trends there. So it may be that you identify that you don't drink a lot of water. Oh, that may well be why I'm feeling tired, or why I've got headaches, why I'm getting headaches. This is why I'm saying about track everything. Yeah. I don't want you to track how much ounces of food you've been eating or how much ounces of drink you've been drinking. It's just what you're eating, what you're drinking. Because once you've done that, you can have a better overview. So when you look at your information, hey Sandra, how are you? I just realized you're here. When you look at your information, you can just identify, the way you eat, because sometimes we have relationship with food, right? And sometimes we like to eat a lot of processed food, or a lot of food that's high in salt, and we don't actually realize, sometimes we don't take our time to look at the ingredients in what we are eating, particularly if we haven't cooked it ourselves, or particularly if it's already it comes prepared already. So just think about having a look at those things. Hey, how are you, Sandra? Okay, what are you? So evening primrose and starflower oil. So you can get the capsules that are just the one capsule. So I take one capsule and it's together, evening primrose and starflower oil. But if you're taking them together, that's fine. But what I was talking about, if this is what you was referring to, what I'm talking about is if you are taking, let's say, your evening primrose and your starflower oil, rather than taking them together to begin with, if you are starting off with taking them for the first time, take them separately. Like, take your evening primrose first for a matter of 2 or 3 weeks to see if it's actually working. What is it working on? How is it helping your symptoms? And then introduce the starflower oil. So now you're taking evening primrose and starflower oil, but you had a good 2-3 weeks of evening primrose by itself to really identify, is it working for you? Because otherwise, if we start taking evening primrose, starflower oil, maca powder, something else all together, there's nothing wrong with that. But how do we know what's working for what symptom? So this is why I encourage to kind of stagger, if you're taking more than one thing, to stagger things. But ultimately, you know your body. I'm hoping you know your body, right? So when you start taking something, let's say we started taking 3 or 4 supplements, And then within a week, my hot flushes start declining. That's great. But how do I know which of those supplements are actually supporting my hot flushes to decline? Does that make sense? Yeah. And this is why I really encourage to stagger if you are new to taking things, particularly if you're introducing something new into your body, stagger it. And rather than mixing things up. Okay, cool. Lovely, lovely. What's the time now? 35. Yeah, and the thing is, Paula, when you try something new, remember, do your due diligence, do your research. I can sit here and say, oh, this works for me, that works for me, but is it going to work for you? You have to trial and error it. When you start using it, track it. Is it actually working? Give it time. Be consistent in using it as well. There's no point using something. Let's go back to evening primrose and starflower oil. There's no point using those things and you're taking it on day 1, missing day 4, then taking it on day 7. And, that's not being consistent, because these things are to be taken every day. So we have to be consistent. So do your due diligence and know your body, because your body will let you know if it's right for you or not. And I hope it works for you. Yeah, I really hope it works for you. I had someone say to me, oh, use maca powder. It's fantastic. It was a game changer for me. And I said, oh, I'll give it a try. I tried it and it gave me an excruciating headache within an hour of taking it. So I know magnesium powder is not for me. But I know it's for other people. I didn't know it wasn't for me until I took it. Right? So again, after taking it within an hour, I realized that I was getting a headache. It was the powder. And I double checked that by taking it the next day. And I got another headache. So I said, okay, that's not working for me. So I stopped taking the powder form, but now I take the capsules. And the capsules work fine for me. So again, it's trial and error in terms of what form you're taking. Is it capsules? Is it powder? Is it liquid form? There's so many different forms. It's like my what tea do I take? Can't even remember what tea. You see, I haven't taken that tea for a long time as well. I take it for my brain fog. That's another symptom that I've still got in post-menopause, brain fog. My mushroom tea. Can't even remember what the mushroom tea is called now. Anyway, so I take it in tea bag form rather than powder or capsules. So there's so many different forms out there. So always do your research, find out what's right for you. If one doesn't work, it may be that you need to switch from powder form to capsule form. It's whatever works for you. But don't give up on your journey, because there's going to be something out that works for you. Does anyone take Critin? I don't know. Sandra's asked, does anyone take I don't know if I'm pronouncing Critin. Do you take that? Does anyone take it? Is it working for them? What are they taking it for? I'm gonna see. Okay. Gonna see what. So many different things, so many different things, and it can be so overwhelming. I'm telling you, it can be so overwhelming. So this is why we have to kind of do our own little research as well. And remember, when you're going to the GP, you're going to have to bring information with you, because historically GPs only get 1 hour of menopause training unless they continue to go and train in that subject. Okay, like if they are, hey, Just Empress, welcome. Empress is another one of our community ambassadors, and we're just doing a catch up and connect today. Wasn't scheduled, catch up and connect, and tomorrow we're going to do our scheduled live. The lives are going to be changing. They're not going to be the 3 evenings a week anymore. yeah, so Sandra asked if anyone is used. Am I pronouncing it right? Cretin supplement, right? Yeah. Does anyone use it? If you're using it, good evening. Good evening. Yeah, that's what Sandra did ask Malena. Does anyone use it? I've not used it before. Do you know what? There are so many supplements, so many different things to be used out there. And many people want to go down the herbal route, the natural remedies, as they call them, natural remedies. You know what? It's what works for you. One size doesn't fit all. So again, whatever you choose to use, whether that's HRT, whether that's, natural remedies, it is up to you. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Just Empress. Thank you very much. I had a wonderful birthday. I went away to Mauritius and it was absolutely amazing. That's the second time I've been there and it was really good. And I went back to the same place and they absolutely spoilt me. And also it's my husband's birthday 2 days after mine. So we had double birthday celebrations. But yeah, we had a fantastic time. So what I'm saying is when you start navigating through your journey and you decide which route you're going to take, and you know what? Never apologize for thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Never apologize for what methods you decide to take to support you through your menopause. Don't apologize. If you decide to take HRT, that's for you. If you decide to go the natural route, that's for you. If you decide to switch from the natural route to HRT, it's for you. You do whatever you feel is right for you. And don't let anyone else tell you anything different. And don't let anyone else try and make you feel bad for choosing that route of, navigating through your journey. Listen, do what you need to do. This is what I'm saying. Has anyone had any concerns with their GP not listening to them? It's really bad that, remember the research that I came across, and I've even researched it a bit more, 10 times. Generally, women visit their GP 10 times before they are taken seriously about their menopause. 10 times. One time is too many, really. You should be listened to on the first time. Because what happens is, as I said, I walked away after the third time. It got to the stage where I started doubting myself. Am I actually going through the menopause? Well, the GP saying no, it's not, but I'm experiencing this. You do start feeling that I'm going a bit mad, but you know your body. And if your GP is not listening to you, then I recommend you just go and get a second opinion. We don't have to be loyal to our GPs, okay? And if they're not listening to you and fobbing you off all the time, then go and get a second opinion. Don't be like, don't absolutely be like, I decided to just walk away. And this is one of the reasons why I decided to set up the menopause community, because I walked away feeling very lonely and isolated and thought, what's going on? So I just walked away and just educated myself a bit more about this menopause. And also I got to know my body a bit better as well. And then I went and qualified as as menopause wellness practitioner and nutrition and weight loss management practitioner. But that pushed me into educating myself a bit more. The doctor pushing me away. Thank you for the follow. So those of you who are new to the community, welcome. Welcome. So today is not a scheduled live. We are having a catch up and connect because I've been away for 10 days and it felt really strange not doing the lives 3 evenings a week. Tomorrow, we are back tomorrow at 8 o'clock British summertime, but I'm going to be coming on slightly earlier than 8 o'clock tomorrow. I think it's 7 I'm doing tomorrow. 7. I'm going to start at 7 tomorrow, and we're going to have Ezra, the voice of reason, on tomorrow. Claire, you like Ezra, don't you? I'm telling you, Ezra is amazing. So Ezra's coming back tomorrow to have a chat in the community. And we always talk about mindset and motivation when Ezra's on. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So he's coming on for about 8 o'clock, but I'll be here from 7 tomorrow. But we'll still do until 9 tomorrow. But today, yeah, we're just going to have a thank you very much. Thank you very much for the belated birthday wishes. I appreciate that. Like everything else. Yes, thank you for that, Sandra. And this is the thing, this is the reason why anything you think that I'm going to try this, do your research on it before you even start taking it. Right? Do your research. If you've got any health conditions, if you're on long-term medication, always double check as well. Go and speak to your GP before you decide, I'm going to start taking this. Yeah? Because you do not want to start taking it and then it impacts on your health condition, your existing health condition, or your medication that you're taking. So it's not always, I can start taking this because it's not going to impact it. Go and do your research. Go and ask those questions. Yeah, we need to ask the right questions. But thank you for sharing that, Sandra. You know what? My throat is dry. My throat is dry. I'm telling you, absolutely. Sandra, you're right. Because you know what? Although I walk with the Yuka app, right? The Yuka app is telling me that what's poor, what's bad, what is good and what's excellent. I'm telling you, when I went, see what has just come back to my mind? My lion's mane tea. That's what helps me with my brain fog. And no, I haven't had it for the last 10 days. So the brain fog is coming back and kicking my backside right now. Anyways, so the lion's mane tea, when I went to look for it, I went in the health food store. Now, just because we're in a health food store, it doesn't mean everything in there is good. Do your research. Absolutely do your research. Because there's some things in the health food store, like any other store, that is not good. Just because it's got the word health over the door, it doesn't mean it's healthy. Do your due diligence. Thank you for the follow. Okay, keep going though. Do you know what I noticed though? I don't know what you're using for your brain fog. I noticed that when I started taking the lion's mane, if I have the lion's mane every single day, no fail, my brain fog is manageable. It's good. What do you even mean it's good? My brain fog is good. Who wants brain fog? No, it's manageable, okay? But you see, if I miss taking it, so like I've been away for 10 days, the brain fog's coming back and it's kicking me. It is really kicking me. So I need to get back onto the lion's mane tea. But then I started thinking, shall I take one in the morning and one in the evening? And I did that over a couple of days and I noticed the difference even more. So sometimes even when we're taking things, as long as it's safe to do so, to up the dosage. So rather than taking one tea bag, I had 2 tea bags. So one in the morning, one in the evening. Rather than 1 cup, I had 2 cups. So sometimes we've got to play around with things like that. And like I was taking evening primrose and starflower oil, 2 capsules. I was also I'm still taking these actually. I'm taking my magnesium capsules. I take magnesium glycinate, 2 capsules of those. And those are the 2 that are supporting me with the night sweats. Yeah. Now, before I was taking them with a meal and it didn't seem to be helping as much as they're helping now. I actually take them on an empty stomach without breakfast, and I take them probably an hour or 2 hours before I start eating anything. And I find that it's a lot better. And I take them in the morning rather than when I used to take them in the evening. So sometimes we've just got to play around with our routine to see if it helps, because your body's going to, may respond to it better, taking it in the morning or in the evening. You don't know until you try. I just went a bit rogue one evening and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to do it a different way. And I started taking it in the morning on an empty stomach, and it works. It works for me fine. But absolutely, Sandra, you're right. This health stuff, supplements, check. Check in what you are purchasing. Read the ingredients. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I'm just going to put this on. We have to check. Just because it says, it's protein, it's good for you. No, let's not take the word for it. Even when I share information on here, I'm always going to encourage you to go and do your research on top of what I'm saying. Yeah. I know a lot of you will say, okay, Jackie said this. No, listen, go and do your research as well. Absolutely do your research as well. And as well, on top of what we are navigating through, I have found, me personally, and do let me know anyone else if this has happened to you. Have you noticed if I've changed my diet, or I've changed the way I eat rather. Okay, not changed my diet because I wasn't on a diet. I've changed the way I eat, and I have noticed that has helped as well. Let me know if it's working for you as well. I've totally cut out sugar out of my diet. I don't have sugar. I use honey, but when I was away, I didn't have honey at all in my teas actually. But yeah, just slightly, I noticed little things have changed since cutting out sugar, since eating a bit more protein. That's worked for me, and this is why I'm saying, tune into your body. Because the moment you make a change, the moment you introduce something, your body's going to respond to it, whether it's positively or negatively. You need to know why that is. Is it because it's that supplement that I'm taking? Am I taking a higher dose? Do I need to reduce that dosage? You need to just be mindful about these things. This is why I'm saying track it. Absolutely track it. And you definitely lion's mane as. Oh, I'm glad it's working for you. Lion's mane. Listen, we got to share. Yeah, lion's mane. But when you go and check lion's mane, I went into the health food store and it was so overwhelming. There were tablets, there were capsules, there were powder, there was lion's mane latte, there was tea bags, and it's not just the one type of tea bags, all different. So I was scanning everything with the Yuka app, and funnily enough, only one of the things that I scanned, no, two of the things that I scanned out of probably 12 items, only two of them came up good or excellent on the Yuka app. So I got those two. And that was the lion's mane tea. It's called, is it Happy Buddha? Something like that. The lion's mane tea and also the latte. Now, latte, I'm not a coffee drinker. And I thought, latte, isn't that coffee? It's not got any coffee in it. It's got lion's mane, it's got ashwagandha in there, and some other things as well. But there's no coffee in there. I think it's called the Happy Buddha. Happy Buddha. I'm just checking. Happy Buddha. That's what the lion's mane tea is called. Happy Buddha. Oh, I'm sure it's called the Happy Buddha lion's mane. Yeah, but please do your due diligence, because sometimes things are not what they seem. Read the information. Even if you've got the Yuka app, scan it. Scan it. People just get used to you scanning. When I go into the stores, I just scan everything. If it's not good or excellent, it's not going in the basket. It is absolutely not going in the basket. I'm having... Okay, so I think my door's going to go in a minute. If my doorbell goes, I'm going to have to go and get this because I've got a delivery coming, and I will come back. I'll just leave you here just watching the wall and then I'll come back. Magnesium. Oh, right. Just enjoy it. And I know you always read things like try and avoid coffee and things. And do you see what? Even with sugar, if you have got a sweet tooth and you like sweet things, enjoy them. But you may just want to take a moment to think about, can I just, try and swap it out, or can I just eat a lot less than I used to? I was one for eating chocolates. Every single evening, I had to have chocolate. I really thought I needed it, right? I just trained myself that way. I thought I needed it. So, and I'm not talking about a piece of chocolate. Hi, Samantha. Just having a little chit chat this evening because we're back tomorrow with the scheduled lives. But it's the last scheduled live. We'll talk about it tomorrow a bit more. So I used to have not one piece of chocolate, probably about a quarter of a bar, maybe half a bar of chocolate. And it weren't no small bar either. It was the big bar chocolates. And I would eat that every single evening. And I trained my body to think that I needed it. I don't have chocolate anymore. I don't eat any chocolate. I can go in the shop and just pass the chocolates now. So again, we learn these habits. We can absolutely unlearn them and relearn new habits. That's what we got to do. We just need to give ourselves some grace, some compassion, and a bit of self-love. That's what we need when we are navigating through this journey. Absolutely need that. Yeah, so remember, trial and error. Sometimes, hopefully, whatever you're using, it absolutely works for you. But if it doesn't, this is why I'm saying track it. If it doesn't work, thank you for the gifts. If it doesn't work, then, as long as you're consistent with it and give it time, and that giving time, you can say, well, Jackie, what is time? You will know. It may be, a week. It may be 2 weeks. You will know what timescale you will need to give whatever you're using. Some people will, I know if I take something within a matter of 24 hours, I will know if it is good for me or not. You may be that sort of person as well. So you're going to get to know the signs that your body's giving you. Magnesium glycinate helps me sleep. Yes, I'm telling you, that's been my game changer for me. So I use that along with the evening primrose and starflower oil. So the evening primrose and starflower oil, it comes in one capsule, and then I've got my magnesium glycinate. And I'm telling you, I've been getting a better sleep since I've been using it and being consistent with it as well. And this is why I always encourage, be consistent in what we're doing. There's no point throwing in the towel 2 weeks down the line, and when you really look at it, you've only actually taken it twice. Doesn't make any sense when you're supposed to be taking it every day. Yeah, we have to be a bit more consistent with it. And yeah, don't get me wrong, sometimes life starts lifing and we do generally forget to take it. But you be consistent as you can to ensure that that if it is working, you're getting the full benefit from it. I get confused when to take magnesium same day, morning, same day. I would say to you, find your rhythm, find what works for you. Because again, like when I started taking my magnesium, I started taking it in the evening before I went to bed. And I didn't find that it was helping me. So then I swapped it up and I started taking it in the morning without food, because it's the cod liver oil and calcium that it states on the bottle to take it with food. Sometimes supplements have to be taken with food. It advises to be taken with food. So I didn't take any food and I swapped it up. And after a period of time, probably within the first week of taking it in the morning on an empty stomach, I could see within the first three days, I started getting a better night's sleep. So you have to find your rhythm. So if you are feeling that your magnesium, you're taking it in the evening and it's not working, take it in the morning and see if it works. And this is why I'm saying go back to tracking it, because you're not going to be able to identify that without actually tracking it. So start taking them in the morning rather than the evening. And does it make any difference? After a week or so, does it make any difference? Because there is not going to be a best time. This is why they usually say take it in the morning, take it in the evening. Same time, I don't really take it. As long as I take it in the morning, that's the first thing I do. Once I get downstairs, I will take my supplements on an empty stomach, drink some water, and I have nothing to eat for the next couple of hours. And that's what I found working for me. Yeah, sometimes we have to just change things up slightly, isn't it? I don't drink or smoke. Yes, good for you. Yeah, I don't drink or smoke. Don't get me wrong. When I was on holiday, I had a little bit of drink. But yeah, I don't drink to the point when, yeah, I'm not a drinker or smoker. Yes, I focus on protein and I don't eat my last meal. Yeah, and this is it. You have to find a rhythm for you. That's good for you. That works for you. I know probably I try and eat no later than 8 o'clock. I usually have dinner about 6:30. My dinner was 6:30 this evening. I don't have dinner. I don't like eating dinner late because for me personally, I like to be in bed by 10 o'clock a lot of the time. And I cannot go and lie down on a full stomach. So you have to find your rhythm and what works for you. Remember, one size doesn't fit all. And when you are trying to identify what works for you, it is going to be that trial and error, playing around. You're going to take it one day. You might take it 1 week. You might take it in the morning. And then you think, I'm going to change it up. Thank you for the heart, me. And then I'm going to change it up. And then you're going to take it in the evening. But find your rhythm. Absolutely find your rhythm. Less meat has worked for me on no blowing. Oh, good. Fantastic. That is sound... is working for you and you're finding that you're not being bloated, that is absolutely fantastic. This is the thing. This is what I love to hear, you know your body. You know your body. From you saying that, right, that less meat for me, the bloating is helping with bloating. Fantastic. You know your body. This is why we've got to take note. When we're eating things, when we're trying things that are new to us, take note of how your body's responding to it. Because your body will tell you, your body will give you signals. And unfortunately, sometimes we don't take heed of those signals. Yeah, we just ignore them. We've got to take note. Our bodies will give us signals for everything. Even when I'm working out, I went for a walk today. We usually go for a walk for 2 hours. And I hadn't been for a walk. Obviously, I've been away on holiday. But I was in the gym. And I went for a walk today. And because I haven't walked that circuit for quite some time, my legs started... I thought I could feel it in my thighs, and I thought, you know what? I said to my husband, yeah, we're not going to do a full circuit today. We did half a circuit. And I listened to my body, because I'm telling you, if I didn't listen, tomorrow I'm probably going to be feeling it. So just know your body, be in tune with your body. Different types of magnesium, glycinate is what we like to. Yeah, there is different types of magnesium, absolutely. There's citronate, there's glycinate, I can't even say all of them. But this is what I'm saying. Listen, Queens, do your research. Absolutely do your research, right? Research. And ensure that you go and research on reliable sources as well. Because sometimes, again, we can go on the internet and we get given information that you think, and if you come across the information for the first time, you might take that as gospel. Do a bit more research as well. Don't just find the one site. That's my door going to go in a bit, I think. Don't just do the one site, do a few sites and just compare the information. Absolutely do the research. Okay, that's interesting. Your eating habits have changed since your HRT has changed. And again, you know, your body, you've noticed that. So you've taken notice, right? I don't know why I'm drinking coffee. I'm sure it's mine. And again, did you not drink coffee before? And you're starting to drink coffee now. So do you know what? Our taste buds will change as we going through this journey as well. One week something's okay that we can eat. The following week it's not okay. It's not agreeing with us. And again, it's all this, you know, hormone levels all changing. I think that's the door, you know. Right, I'm going to go and check. I will be back in a little while. Wait one moment, please. Wait. Was that the doorbell? Oh my gosh. I didn't even hear the door knock. I didn't even hear the doorbell ring. Oh, thank you for waiting. Sorry. Do you know, running up the stairs ain't good for you, you know. So, yeah, sorry about that. I had a delivery and I didn't even hear the door, but I heard my husband open the door. He didn't ring the bell. He knocked on the door quite quietly. You know, I went and ordered all my meat and everything for over the holiday. Yeah, I don't want the big rush, so I had to get it delivered. I can't take the rushing around. Okay, so let me just go back to these comments and questions. Untiredness is gone. Oh, that's really good. That's good. I love to hear that you are noticing the difference when you start taking supplements or doing things differently as well. Even a bit of exercise. Oh my goodness me. When you start moving, I always call it moving, right? Because sometimes, be honest, sometimes people don't like to hear the word exercise. So I say movement. When we move our bodies, we see the difference in things as well, right? We absolutely see the difference in things. And that's if you know, as well, you have to take into consideration, are you able to manage the movement, things like that, because you may have lack of mobility for whatever reason, but there's always going to be something that you can do, right? If you're moving, you could be sitting down in a chair, moving as well to help with circulation and things like that. So there's always going to be different things. Sandra will tell you. Sandra's always moving. Oh, that's fantastic. See, lion's mane. Again, it may not work for everyone, but we don't know if it's going to work for us until we actually try it, right? So we have to give it a shot. Do your checks on things as well. Oh, and you stopped your progesterone. Okay. Progesterone. That's good to hear. That's really good. I love the fact that are working for you. Good. You see the thing? You didn't know if it was going to work. You tried it. Okay? You thought to yourself, you'll try that, or whether it was recommended to you, or your GP has advised you to take it, or you went and did it yourself. And then you are tracking that to the point where you know your body well. You know your body well enough to know that what you're doing now is actually working, because you've tracked that and seen the benefits of it. So long may it continue. I look. Oh, do you know what? I would say, yes, this journey changes you, right? It absolutely changes you. I don't know how many of you out there are on your journey already and you feel that it changes you, because it changes you in the sense that your personality changes. I know for me personally, and you can, give me a high five if this is you, pop it in the chat if this is you. I feel that since navigating through my journey, and I'm now in postmenopause, I ain't taking no one's BS anymore. I don't take people's BS anymore. I demand to be heard. Don't get me wrong, I'm not shouting, but I demand to be heard. I am a better advocate for myself now than I used to be. Absolutely. And things do change. You do change. And your skin can start changing. Your hair. Remember we had discussions around, we had talks and lives about the menopause and the hair, the eyes, the nails, your teeth. It can change a lot of things. It can absolutely change a lot of things. And for those of you who's missed those lives, what you can do is go and catch them back up on the YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. Yeah, you can catch them back up on YouTube. And there are going to be things that you could be doing. But again, I'm telling you, I personally, correct me if I'm wrong, I always feel that our food, what we are eating, is so important, particularly during this phase of life. How we are eating. We have to be how we're eating. Look what I got on here. I don't know if you can see this. Do you know I got this done on the plane? I was sitting next to a total stranger, and she had this henna ink, and she done that on my hand. She was actually a young lady. You don't have to be. You don't actually have to be. We're getting wiser. Yeah, we're becoming more. You start to bloom. You start to blossom. You're not getting old at all. You're not getting old. Absolutely not getting old. Yeah, so it's 9. It's after 9 already. Absolutely after 9. Now, what time did I come on here? I came on here about 10 to. It was a few minutes to 8. A few minutes to 8. I came here, so it's been an hour already. It goes so quickly. So tomorrow, I'm sure it's 7 o'clock that I'm starting tomorrow, rather than 8 o'clock. But our guest speaker will be joining us at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to come here for 7 tomorrow. We can have an hour. And please let me know if you would like a specific topic to talk about in terms of our symptom series. We're doing a symptom series, right? And we're looking at different symptoms. And I cannot even remember what symptoms we've covered already. I'm going to have to go and look back at it because I cannot remember. I know we've done blood pressure spikes and blood pressure dips, haven't we? So I know we've covered that. So we're going through these symptoms and looking at why and some practical tips in how we can navigate them. That's if you're experiencing them. And you can share your tips as well. What are you doing to navigate through this specific symptom? So we're going to get back on that as well. But tomorrow we are here with Ezra, the voice of reason. I'm going to be here at 7, and then he will join us at 8, or join us whenever he likes, actually. So those of you who are new to the community, welcome. If you'd like to follow, feel free to follow. I would say to you, because things are slightly changing, I would say and recommend that if you keep an eye out on the page, I will always pop up on the page, put a post on the page about the next events and things like that. So lives, that's going to include lives, because lives are changing from scheduled to ad hoc. So please just keep an eye out. So I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for coming into the live and joining me and having a chit chat with everyone. And it was nice to catch up. And I will see you all tomorrow if you're around. If not, then I'll see you whenever I see you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. See you tomorrow. And thank you for all the community ambassadors for coming in today. I wasn't expecting anyone, because I don't even remember me telling you that I was going to be on here this evening. And you know why I just jumped on here? Because my husband's watching the football. And I don't know what time the football's going to finish, but I'm going to go and do a few things before the football finishes. And I will see you all tomorrow. But remember, I always end the live the same way I always end it. 2 ways. I'm going to send you all a virtual hug. And the second thing, I always remind you that you are not alone. If you feel alone after the live has ended, please reach out to someone who you trust, someone who will listen, someone who will understand you. Okay, if not me, someone else. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a lovely evening, everyone, and stay blessed. Bye.